can't believe it. There was my 10,000. Normally you sell one at least every 10 houses. Maybe I'll sell one on this next house. So you want to do drugs, do you? Come with me, I want to show you something. And if you don't know why taking drugs isn't a good idea, after we finish with this hike, you will. Believe it or not, at one time I was a healthy, vibrant young person like a lot of you, but now I feel fortunate just to be alive. And you, my viewing audience, are fortunate too, because you're going to get to hear how drugs can destroy life and see firsthand how they have destroyed their life. I can guarantee you by the end of this presentation you're going to be asking yourself some very important and challenging questions. In 5th and 6th grade, my abilities in sports started to come on strong. I was very popular back then, but drugs were becoming popular too, and was starting to show up every place. Like a curious child, I had to go and see what all the hype was about. That was my first and biggest mistake. If I had known drugs were gonna take so many lives and destroy so many dreams, I would have stayed as far away from them as I could have. I had no idea I would end up like this. When I was in 7th grade, I started spending $10 a month on marijuana. 14 years later, 1981, I spent close to $800 a month on cocaine and any other drugs I could get my hands on. In high school, I was robbing homes and to help support my drug habit and my friend's drug habit. When I was in college, I felt there was no purpose to life, and I started using on a regular basis. When I was 25, me and a few friends became that close to killing a guy for a drug deal gone bad. When I was 26, just when I thought my life was perfect, everything came crumbling down around my feet. And in a lot of ways, My life was perfect as far as I could see. I had all the drugs around me I could want. My family life was beautiful. I had 10 employees working for me up in Alaska building homes, and I was making close to $6,000 a month. And then in October of 1981, I had me and friends were having a big party, and I overdosed. And on that night, instead of dying, I had a severe stroke, and for 16 years, I've been struggling to survive and to put my life back together. This message I have to give is very important, and if you listen real good with your ears and your heart to what I'm about to say, it will save your future and maybe even your life. The best thing I could do with my life at this point is to do exactly what I'm doing. That is going around and share my testimony with the youth, trying to save them the heartache and the misery myself and my family have had to live with for over 15 years. I'm doing all right now that I've wasted 35 years of my life, 20 in doing drugs and 15 so far in recovery. What a waste of a good life. But anyway, I'm gonna ask you to think right now. What were you doing with your life a year ago? What are you doing with your life right now? What are you gonna be doing in 5 or 10 years from now? These are some very important questions. The reason I'm asking you is because right now you have the opportunity in your life to choose what your future's gonna be like. Are you going to go through life as a cripple, as a drug addict, or as a brain surgeon? It's up to you at this point. For those of you that don't really know what a stroke is, I'm gonna take a few minutes and give a background on a stroke and tell you how it affected me. Strokes affect and disable people in many different ways. It can affect the right side, the left side of the body, or the memory of the speech. And in every case, it's different. What the doctors say happened to me is that a blood vessel broke. A blood vessel laden on my spine, supplying oxygen and blood to the part of my brain that is responsible for motor control. I lay there for days, for about 2 months, because of this like a sensory output or sensory deprivation. I never really understood what was happening. I heard a speaker talk on the subject that along with drop years of alcohol and drug abuse and all the withdrawals that's gone through help explain what's happened to intense hallucinations. See, when a person has all this information coming into his brain through his senses, but no way to download that information back out into action, like moving or talking, the brain throws off this input information any way it can. I was very fortunate in that I didn't go the other way and end up brain death. What I'm experiencing right now is temporary, and every day I'm getting just a little bit better. Many people die from overdoses, but not all people die. A lot of people end up being brain dead and put in an institution someplace on the life support system for a while. If their brains were sending out messages to the other parts of their body, they would be able to operate just fine. As you can imagine, living with a stroke ain't much fun, and it's very hard. A friend of mine told me, you know what? You're not the normal overdose victim. I thought about what he said for a while. I said, you're right. You know why you're right? Because people that overdose on drugs usually don't live to tell about it. Is that awesome or what? Come on, I want to show you one other thing. One of the most demoralizing things in life is not being able to do simple things. The things that you know very well how to do, like button your shirt or drink a glass of water, but now you're dependent on others to help you do those things. But almost worse than that, see, you find yourself dependent on Social Security and welfare too. At one time, I was making close to $6,000 a month with these things that can no longer coordinate with my mind. But I am free from drug abuse now. What a price I had to pay though. Why couldn't I have put my brains and talents to good use? Instead I blew them out on drugs. If we take a closer look at the drug problem, we will realize a few things. One way of looking at this problem is to say it's like a roller coaster ride with the break at the end of the track. The ride going up is always uncertain, so many times a user will say, I want to get high faster, so it takes more. Then they get so high they forget how much they took, and they take still more. The ride going down is further than they expected. They end up dead or like me. Another way of looking at this problem is to say it's like riding on the edge of a ripple. Taking drugs is unpredictable, like riding the edge of a ripple. You think going faster will be more fun, so you get closer and closer. Now you find yourself in too far, and getting out is next to impossible, and it takes you down like the rest of us. Still another way of looking at it is like owning a bad monster. You see this friend walking down the road with a cute creature on a leash, and you tell yourself, that's adorable. I think I will get one for myself. So you go out and buy one. For a while it's a little adorable creature, but day by day you notice that it is grown up until it gets bigger than you. Then you realize you're no longer keeping it, it's keeping you. Is that beautiful or what? There's no reason for anyone to get high on drugs when we can get high. A natural high on things like this is there. You know, I wish I would have seen a presentation like the one I'm giving today. I would like to be looking back at 25 years saying, I'm glad that I listened to that guy that talked that day. This is why it's important for you guys to listen to what I'm saying so that you can look back at 25 years, say you're glad that you listened to me. There is a solution to all the great battle for this drug problem, and that's to say enough is enough. We need to get educated to the lifelong destructors of drug abuse. This is a solution. Right now is the time in your life when you need to decide where you're going with your future. Don't wait till you mess up your life and then want to straighten out years of mistakes. Determine in your mind today that you're not going to get involved in this way of life. If I had one bit of advice that I would want you to take with you, it would be the friends are a very important part of growing up. But don't let your friends shape your future for the bad like I did. Build meaningful and lasting friendships. Be a friend that helps a friend shape his future for the good. I gambled with my life and lost big time, but I didn't know any better. Are you willing to gamble with your future and your life when you know better? Be sure of your friends. Make plans for your future. And you will be able to look back on this day and smile. Life is so precious. All we really need to get eye on is stuff like this.
sending a voice through a wire across the nation. It's pure nonsense. Look to the future. A new star is rising over your hometown. Join the huge internet of local and world commerce. Seize this opportunity to catch a starburst of hometown internet services from Quintastar Promotion, a leader in product promotion and website design. Leap into the 21st century. Low pricing with long terms, courteous service and prompt attention. Hometown classifieds and business card ads. Call Quintastar, your hometown advertising connection to the World Wide Web. Dial 1-800-501-4949.